Hello, crowd, and welcome to. I'm gonna send you a challenge real quick. I'm
Hello?
gonna. Hi.
Hi!
Hi, crowd. Welcome to. We're me and Dennis. We're playing Magic: The Gathering online together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a certain virus that's getting worse out there. So we still want to record stuff, but we can't do it together safely. So now we are doing it from far apart. So we don't have a lot of games together that we play online. We normally play together in person a lot. So one of the few games that we did have is Magic. Well, that Dennis had was Magic: The Gathering
Yes.
Arena. I did not have it, but I downloaded it, so I only have the poopy starter decks. But
I
here
have.
we are. We're playing a game. We're doing it.
Yes, yes, I'm excited. I can't wait. Now, of the decks we have.
I
Well, are you really?
can't wait.
I can't wait. The decks we have, you'll see on Dom's screen pretty much.
Oh, I already chose
They're
mine.
all like just like monocolored. You already got one?
Yeah, I
Okay.
picked one. Yeah, I got the baby decks, baby shit decks, baby poop decks.
Yeah, but hey, we played a few, just testing all this stuff out, and they're fun. They're like if you've never played Magic the Gathering, they have a pretty good intro to like what each color kind of represents in game, and I enjoyed. I played all of them except one, which the one I picked I didn't play yet. So
Yeah. Yeah, like Dan said, if you ever play Magic, you have little lands, and you play them like this. Excuse me. And then you tap them to gain enough resources to play something. So right now I have two forests, so uh, I'm gonna tap those two to play this guy because he costs one colorless, which is one any mana, and then a forest. And I had two forests, so and then it goes from there. But it's I'm not gonna explain the inner workings of Magic: The Gathering because we'll be here all night. Am I right, folks?
yeah, so I got this guy. He he's a shaman that likes water. This is a pretty cool artwork.
Let's get right
Okay,
back.
just
I'm going
flying over
right back to the
bada bing, and then I'm gonna
yeah
let's get in there.
yeah. Just no blocks there. Yeah, I haven't played Magic in a very long time. Before, like Dennis said, we were testing this out a little bit. What do I want to play? What do I want to play? What do I want to play? What do I want to play?
We actually stayed up like super late last night playing, and I was very surprised at myself because usually I never stay up past like 10 because I'm just getting old. So this is
Yeah,
like that
getting
was
old
wild.
because you haven't been like that since you were
That's
9.
that's true. That is very true. Oh, I can't wait. We're gonna we're gonna stay up late. We're gonna watch Aqua Teen Hunger Force. It's gonna be the best.
I'm gonna say
You gonna do
no
it?
blocks. No blocks. No blockos. No
'Cause
blockos for me, please.
that activated ability or that whatever that trigger ability, whatever it's called, on that prize unicorn is not fun.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, I have to block it, so I'm like, screw that.
Think.
Oh,
What am I gonna do? You know what? Let's go next.
crash, bash, get in there.
Yeah, get in
Oh, I
there.
thought I had vigilance for a second. I was like, dang, this unicorn. Look at that horn on that unicorn. That is
It's,
insane.
somebody's compensating for something.
Seriously, it looks like
Uh,
its hair got twirled up into like a front thing. You know what I mean?
like some kind of front braid.
Yeah. Holy moly. It's beautiful art though. I love how it radiates. Like, or a sun is coming down on it. I love magic artwork. I am a big fan of a lot of the different artists that come through and like do certain art for Magic the Gathering. Specifically the artist that I have right on my guy. I have to block. Boo. Um, See ya. Well, you're not gonna see the art anymore, but that artist there. I don't know how to say that guy's name. Yiwan Haohan? That's my guess. He has some beautiful fucking art. A
Oh,
lot of
the
the
guy, the artist. So Dennis, I can't like
Yes.
put my mouse over it, but at the bottom left of the card, you can see that name there is the artist who drew the card. Yeah, we used to play Magic a lot with it was like I want to say that was like 10 years ago. Riddle Master.
Riddle me this. Riddle me that. Return. Take that action. See ya.
Oh no.
Yeah. A lot of really cool artists come through Magic the Gathering, and my boy Han here, he's like a reoccurring. He's been doing art since I think I could be wrong, but I think since Return to Ravnica, which is the block that I like got into Magic with.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like it was like 10 years ago. We all, we were introduced to Magic. I want to say maybe like
Holy
20,
shit.
2011, 2012,
10
and
years
then
ago? Jeez.
yeah, I know it's weird to think about 10 years ago, but like 10 years ago, and then yeah, would play a lot, and we'd go to like events and everything. Well, that guy's a flyer, so I can't block him.
I got the big boys now. Chug,
Yeah.
chugging along.
Goddamn.
And then this Sphinx gives me a card whenever I attack with a creature of one, which is dope. Is it any other creature? Whenever a creature. Oh shit. It counts the Sphinx itself. Oh damn! Whoop! Oh, he's getting in there, boys. I'm a scared. He's got a lot of open. Oh, you got no cards in your hand.
No.
I was gonna say I thought you were gonna pump up one of these little dudes. I was like, ruh-roh.
No, I've drawn a lot of land.
I guess I'll do that. And then take 8. Yikes.
Yeah.
Bump.
But yeah, we would play. We would play like we'd go to like events. So we do like a lot of Friday night Magic and just the whole shebang. It was fun. It was very frustrating because it was one of those things where you think you're good, you play, and like you get introduced, and I feel like my experience with Magic was kind of like meh because I was like, oh look at this, a creature. Ah boy, that's not too late at all. Perfect.
Ooh, that vanilla 4/4 for 4, looking good.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Dude, this guy's fucking jacked, bro.
There you go. But the yeah, it was like one of those things where you would play and you would like invent like this deck, and like you follow the rules and make like a standard deck, and you like have so much fun. And then you like play against your friends, and then you have a good time. Then you go to like just your local shop to play like Friday Night Magic, and it was one of those things where you're just like, oh, I'm just destroyed. I'm getting destroyed. Like I'm not actually good at this. this like when the first time we went to a Friday Night Magic, and I don't know if you remember, they have a format called TwoHeaded Giant, which is basically 2v2.
Yes.
And well, I know you know that. I'm talking to them.
Wait a minute. There are other people watching this right now?
Probably not. They had we went and we played against like we were like around like we were in our early 20s, and we went and we played against these like 16-year-olds, and we're like, oh, that's a little off-putting, but it's the first round, so we'll put these kids in their place, and then we'll show them, and then like we got destroyed. Like I don't know if you remember, we got like infinite comboed basically. Yeah, I'll keep this. We got like infinite comboed. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like, oh, like you, like I tap this to like add mana, and that untaps this guy. Because when I tap somebody, like it untaps them, and they basically did this whole crazy shit.
They figured out like I remember that guy. I forgot his name though, but I remember the guy you're talking about. He crafted this like really.
I think his name was John.
I think it was John. This really intricate like he would craft very intricate decks that kind of worked like it was like a puzzle, and if you get all the pieces together, it like worked in combination with each other. A lot of people just call those combo decks. He had these fucking
Where'd they come up with a name like that?
Weird goddamn decks. I don't know. Crazy people out there. But ooh, I'm liking the art on this. Dude, she's ready to throw the fuck down. This is some like Selesnya art right here. The gruel.
Yeah, but then so they did. Yeah, he was a cool guy. He would make these decks and just like basically try and like make like goofy decks that would like they would not work. But he was just trying to accomplish like one goofy goal in the whole. That was his whole like plot with the deck. Like the deck wasn't like, oh, I have some creatures and I have some spells. Like, oh, it's got a few ways to kill my opponent. It was like, no, like it has one way to win, and if I don't get the exact cards I need, I'm not gonna win. But if I do get those cards, then it's gonna be silly as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, so much, he basically we played and they did this like ultimate combo, and we just couldn't do anything. They just wrecked our face, and within like minutes, which was super. It was super bad because it was like you have like I think it's like 20 minutes or something to like play a game, and it's like everyone has like 20 minutes to like finish their game, so like keeps like the night moving. And we've lost in the first like 5 minutes, so we had like 15 minutes just sitting around like a shop, like while everyone else was playing. We're like,
that just feels bad.
This fucking sucks. And then after that, we played like two actual children. And I remember just being
like,
$1
a slice. It's a good deal.
I remember sitting there during that second match and just being like, I hate this.
Yeah, that is definitely a bad feeling. I experience that a lot when it's just like this type of game is basically. I mean, it's very much a lot of people play it 1v1. There's a winner, there's a loser, and then just depending on the kind of deck you make, it could run. You could have a mono goblin red deck and win really really fast, or like lose really really quick. And then there's like a deck like I'm playing blue is just like sometimes it could take fucking forever for things to kick off. So it's
blue. Yeah, every color has its like an overall theme. Like red is usually like aggressive. Blue is usually like very control-y. Green is like all about like big creatures. White's all about like life gain. How many lands do you have untapped? I don't like how I can't see that.
No.
Oh, it's just one. It looks like it's stacked.
Yeah. So the way that they represent tap lands, they don't put it all the way sideways. They just tilt it a little bit.
But it's like it's not clear to me how many are untapped over there. So that's why I was a little confused.
Yeah, I have one untapped. I have 3 tapped. I have 1 untapped.
Let's go ahead and let's get some going here.
Let's hear it for the boys.
Hey, you don't need them.
I think I gotta throw you under the bus, kid. Sorry.
Yeah. So they everyone has like a specific like theme, and then you get into like combination colors. So my favorite always was It was just like a guild is what it's called. Like in like because Magic has like fucking lore and like stories and blah blah blah. But I like red and blue, and it's probably like. I don't want to say it's one of the worst decks, but I always felt like it was one of the worst like guilds out there.
Is it?
How I always felt. Is it?
Dude, no way.
That's how I felt at the time. I felt like whenever I played, like people, it was the impression I got. So I felt like everything I liked about the game was just like. It was like, I like these cards, and everyone was like, those cards suck, and I was like, well, I don't like this game.
They're like, why would you play a take an extra turn card? That's stupid. And I'm like, that's fun. Like,
because I like to have fun, Jeremy.
Yeah. Like I enjoyed my one of my favorite colors of play is green, and I liked Selesnya because it was very creature centric. I mean, literally, one of their mechanics was, I am not. Get out of here. One of their main mechanics was like making more creatures, like populating more, like bringing more into the fold. Like it was really a cool thing. And but people were like, that's not the most optimal deck you can make. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Save myself a turn. But I'm starting to run out. I cast sleep. I put all your boys to sleep, and they're taking a nap this turn.
They're taking little nappy poops.
But yeah, for me. Magic became more of like people didn't play it for like the fun of it. They wanted to make the most optimized deck and just be the winner.
it became all about the meta.
Yeah,
It was like
I wasn't
it
a
was
fan.
like when I got out of Magic, which was probably like a few years after I got into Magic. Uh, it was like you would go and you would see the same like two decks, and if you weren't playing those two decks, like people it felt like you were like being mocked. It was like, oh, why are you running this? And you're like, I think it's fun. They're like, well, that's not smart. And you're like, I'm not here to be
Right.
smart. I'm playing a game. I'm trying to have fun, and that's how
Exactly.
that's how it felt to me. So
You're
I
not
was
gonna
kind of
win.
like,
And I'm
yeah,
like,
well, yeah.
well, it's not about winning, really, for me.
They're like, why are you
I'm
here?
enjoying this. Yeah, exactly. And like, unfortunately, that was the experience that overall that I got at my local game store. That's not every game store. Now, what am I doing? I gotta block the big dumb
No,
thing.
you don't block the T-Rex.
Ha! Yeah, right. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
this game is. I think you are overpowering me in this one.
That's how it felt. So I was kind of mad. And then also just like a lot of people in our friend group like took it to a like a higher level, and they started spending like a lot of money on cards. And I mean, you a little bit kind of got like that, which is fine. I'm not knocking it, but it kind of
No,
made it
right.
feel less like I was like, oh, I don't really want to spend a lot of money on this game, guys. And they're like, yeah, well, we're spending like hundreds of dollars on decks. And I was like, well, golly, that kind of I can't really play with you guys. They're like, you can use our decks. And I was like, well, jeez. And I was just
It's
like,
not really.
okay. I'm
It's
like, it's not
yeah,
really like my deck then, is it?
exactly.
Like, I can't. I'm not gonna play this. So that's why I kind of got. I liked Hearthstone. I kind of got into it because I kind of got into Hearthstone because Hearthstone for this like mana system you see over here. The way Hearthstone works is it gives you one of those. Damn! It gives you one of those lands every time automatically,
Yep.
which can be kind of like a setback in a lot of ways. But it basically means that you're never because a lot of times I play Magic. Like I feel like even though I had like the recommended amount of lands in a deck, they like I feel like I would either get like just I would keep drawing lands and then you can't like play any creatures or spells because you're not drawing them, or I would draw no lands. That was just like my luck. So I liked Hearthstone because like oh you just get one, you just get one. You're never gonna have too many. Do I want this? Do I want this? Do I want this? Do I want this?
Do I want
Do I
this? Do I
want
want this? Do I want that?
this could be
Yeah.
a great example. So we'll see. But yeah, in Hearthstone, you never had to worry about that. Like
Getting
getting
mana
like
screwed.
getting mana. Well, we call it mana fucked, but yes. um,
To me, that's just like that is an integral part like of the game. Like the creators themselves have said, like, oh yeah, like that has always been part of the design of this game is that that's you're drawing from a face down deck. Like if you get the lands to do the things, great. If you don't, you don't. And they
yeah,
always said like, well then like it's not a big deal, just play another game. Like
yeah,
if you
yeah,
lose, it's okay. You know. And
yeah.
not a lot
Kind
of
of.
people agree with that, or
It's
not a lot of
it's
people have that. Like, oh, okay, like, hey, I lost this game, no big deal. If you keep losing, eventually, it's kind of like, well, it leads to bad feelings.
well, yeah, especially when you're like in like a tournament or something where there's like money on it, and then you're like, oh, well, I lost, just bad luck, and it feels bad when it's like not in it's not in your control at all, and you're like, well, this this is poopy. You're like,
Yep.
I put this deck together. I came all the way out here just like play this tournament, and let's play this guy. See what you got. What you can do? No, okay, no rebuttal.
Yeah, I had three unsummons in my hand. I was like, yeah, sure.
But yeah, that's why because I would say that's also the drawback to Hearthstone is that if you're playing against better decks, then that takes because it always feels nice if you're playing against somebody who's just has a better deck than you.
Mm.
You're playing against somebody who has a better deck than you, and then you're like, oh well, you got mana screwed, so haha. Like even though you have like this $300 deck and I have this like rinky dink one, like you can't beat me because you got mana screwed. But that never
Yep.
happens in Hearthstone because they always get the
You
mana.
get your perk mana, right?
Yeah, yeah. But I also just like Hearthstone because it was a lot more silly. It just which kind of like added a big chaotic element, which a lot of like the people in that community hate it because you would like play a card and it's like cast 10 random spells and you could just win or lose like based off of that entirely. And
Gotcha.
yeah, so people were like, "Well, this is stupid." Like it was the same kind of concept, where people were like, "Dude, this is dumb. Like I spent like all this in-game money to get this deck, and then this guy wins just because he has some like rando spells." And then you're like, "Yeah, but I like that. That's what I always liked."
Yep.
I played Hearthstone for like years, but I got out of it when when the pandemic started, actually, because I was at home for a while and I had no reason to play like a mobile game, and then I was like, "Ah, man, you know, I guess it's a good time to get out of this."
Yeah. Yeah, my experience with Magic has been like I've always just kind of been at backs like for a while. When we first started, we all played together. It was fun, and then a lot of people just fell off it. I've always been like a spectator at that point. Like, I've just been watching other like content creators make things or like watching gameplay of it. Blah blah blah. Uh-oh. See you later, Birdman. Um, and at this point in my life, it's kind of like, especially in today's current climate, playing in person is really like not achievable as easily, and even Magic, the Gathering, like Hasbro is seeing that, and they're like, oh yeah, let's move it to a online format. Like that's where it's at right now. Like that's where people are going to pick it up easiest, and they're going to be able to interact online and play this game. And it so far it's proving true. A lot of people are getting the gameplay experience through an online medium such as Arena. Um, and The 1v1 aspect of Magic has I've shifted on my where should I block here? I guess it doesn't really matter. Sure. Let's just do that. The
Heart of the
1v1
cards.
aspect is you have one card. Ooh, what's
I
this?
said heart of the cards. Let's talk
Heart
about
of the
you.
cards. Yeah, right. Soul Blade Jin.
What happened?
I got a dude. He's doing things. He's here to fly. He's got swords around him. That's actually pretty cool. Reminds me of Aladdin. Like a very Arabian night. It's like scimitar.
How big can this field get?
Holy moly spicoli. Yeah, dude. I've seen these cards get like tiny, tiny, tiny. It's pretty wild. Yeah, just send in the whole team.
I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Oh my god, what is that? It gets one for each land you control. Holy moly.
He's stupid.
That's awesome, dude. It's like a 16/16 badass. Dude, no blocks. Good game. Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
but yeah,
like I think the most I ever like lost to like after like a match was over was like I got to like -50. Like I was playing a red white deck, and it literally was like they had like this whole armada, and they had sat there and done the math, and I was just sitting there like just like you win, and they were like, well, I kind of want to see how much damage I did, and I was like, all right, whatever. And then I sat there as they calculated, because there was like so many like triggers. It was
gotta
like,
read the room.
When this person attacks, was that?
You gotta read the room. Like
I
you gotta
said,
know.
leave the room.
Like that dude messed up. Like he should have been like, oh yeah, I won. Like, and he would have moved on from it. Like if he wanted to calculate the damage, he could have done that, and you not be at the table.
Sexist much? She. Okay, she. So, just because they won in a nerdy card game doesn't mean that they're a man. Dennis.
There's no women can join my Magic.
No women can join my guild.
This is a game especially for me. It's how I identify as a straight white male.
I have to. No. Okay. Yeah. So you know what? Let's end the recording here.
Okay.
Let's call this an episode. We'll probably do another best of 3 or 2 after this. Well, I said, we're it's mostly us feeling out, playing online together, seeing the best way we get this to work, getting more familiar with this over the next few months or so, until hopefully we can be back into each other's arms again. Yeah,
yes, seriously.
Yeah, when we were together for that little bit when we were recording some games, we cases were at like nothing in the county that we live in, so we were like, oh, okay, it's safe for us to get together and socially distance. Record, but now it's kind of like Nah, we can't risk
It's
that.
going.
So.
It's going back up.
Hey, going back up, baby. But that's okay. We're taking a show on the road.
But we're
So
here to
when
keep
we
your
come
mind off
back,
all that. So
we're gonna play more Magic the Gathering. I'm not taking your mind off anything. We're all gonna get better, but right now it's just a little tough. But it's all gonna get better soon. So we're playing Magic the Gathering, and I'll keep on whooping Dennis's ass.
woo!
Stay stoned, everybody. You didn't tell everyone to stay stoned.
Stay safe, everyone.
Oh.